Basically, for me, it was trying to achieve something I wanted to hang on my wall.
Okay.
And I like the happy accidents.
This is Don Stewart, the artist at ArtistChronicle.com. One of my paintings was chosen for the Dimensions show, and at the opening, the Best in Show winner revealed her secret, and Robert Lange critiqued my work.
This is our 44th annual Dimensions show. Yes, every spring we have 400 entries, and the juror chose 82. I think we have 75 on display. They're from all over. We actually had pieces accepted from Taiwan. They're from California, all over the United States.
Do you have anything you want to say about her work, or?
I immediately responded to it. When we saw it even in JPEG format at home, it has that kind of breath of life and energy and creativity that I tend to respond to, and it put me in a good mood, and I was actually excited on the drive up here to see it in real life, and when I got to see it in real life, I was just as impressed, if not more so. How do you achieve that texture that you got?
Well, I am self-taught.
Okay.
I wanted speed, so I quickly advanced from a brush to a palette knife. When you do a palette knife, you get a lot of paint on the canvas. When you make mistakes, you just keep putting more paint on, and pretty soon you have a specialized look.
Oh, come on now. When you make mistakes, you keep putting paint on? That's your secret?
Yeah, that's my secret.
Okay.
And never start with a white canvas. Paint it some color. I start with a drawing and underpainting, but basically I'm drawing with the paint, and I don't really know how that happens. But my favorite thing to see people do when they come up to my canvas is this. They kind of do it surreptitiously, and they go like this. They're trying to see what it is, and then if that doesn't work, they'll do like this. They'll go. You just want to touch it. It's acrylic.
Okay.
And I had fun. Now these are brush strokes. Some of these are brush strokes. These little things.
And you look like you have, or you just let the paint drip, or is that?
I might have rubbed it with my hand or something.
Oh, okay. And that's one of the happy accidents. So you just make it work.
And if you don't like it, you just paint over. I love the action. I do work with photographs. I do a lot of dog commissions, and so I use a lot of Photoshop for that too, especially if you have two dogs. Now this is actually a photograph, and these are my dogs.
Okay.
I started painting about 10 years ago, and fortunately I had whippets. They're so beautiful. Big, long, lean lines. I'm very true to that. There's no distortion there. My goal is to have it true to the lines of
like the silhouette of that particular animal. Yeah, okay.
But then everything is up for grabs. I mean, if you took various parts of this,
you wouldn't know what it is.
You wouldn't know what it was. The line is really feeding your brain here, because all of the rest of this stuff is not real.
Okay, first tell me the bad stuff.
You know, there's not a lot of bad stuff to it. One of the hardest things to judge when you tend to make art of a certain type is to not give too much privy to other artists that are working in that same genre. And I think you're actually one of the most similar, where you have this wonderful type realism. I'm a huge fan of chromatic grays, so as much as I possibly can, I will put purples and yellows, reds and greens, and blues and oranges together. So as soon as I saw the blues and oranges, I really love it. Some of this work that's in here, these little pieces where you stand far away and you get this great photorealistic almost reference, then you get up close and it's not meticulously painted. It's got a little buttery, the actual human being is behind it, and I think that's really wonderful. I think if my only criticism may be a little bit with the purple around the outside there, there's something about it that just struck a chord that I didn't respond to as much. I don't think it's even bad, and I don't think it necessarily detracts. I just don't think it was necessary, because it's like the rest of it was so strong that it kind of held its own. I love the egg in the center there, just because it doesn't. I can't think of any other painting of oranges with
an egg.
An egg. So
there you go.
I really like that. maybe, you know, some of the flecks in here seem a little bit patternized, but I feel like it's hard to steer away from that if it is a patternized object that you're painting. You know, somebody once told me that if you block off every part of a painting except for the part that you're working on, so you only have 4 inches by 4 inches that you can look at, would you buy that painting? So what happens is, you know, I look at this and I'm like, oh, I love how this is soft, but then with these little, almost like caked on pieces of paint, I love the gradation in the egg, I love this, and I think there's just something in here that doesn't, it's just not as exciting, so maybe it's actually, it's quicker, or there's something about it that doesn't do it for me as much. You know, the oranges are wonderful, I like the rim of everything, all of this, the amount of values of different colors that are existing inside that cream is really wonderful as well. So, you did a great job.
I grew up in East Africa. This is the Maasai. I got to know the tribe quite well. It says, Engai, Toshapaki, Tuanai Puka, which means, God, shield me with your wings. It's a Maasai prayer. It symbolizes the hardship of the African woman. She's reaching out to the fish eagle, symbol of freedom.
Oh.